ang ginagawa ng China, kino-confuse ang publiko, no? The entire world. The way China frames the dispute, away ito ng China at saka US. Kaya wag kayo kumampi sa US. Kasi neighbor kayo ng China, mas malapit kayo sa China. Wag kayo kumampi sa China. But the South China Sea dispute is not about China and the US fighting over a territory. The South China Sea dispute is about China encroaching on Philippine island territories and maritime zone. We are the victims here. Yung US naman, they're not being, their territories and maritime zones are not being seized by China. Tayo ang biktima dito. So of course, since we have a mutual defense treaty with the US, we ask the US for support. And binabaliktad ng China na tayong sumusuporta sa US in the China-US rivalry. Hindi. The US is supporting us because China is grabbing our territory and maritime zones. We are not supporting the US because the US is powerful. It can fight China on its own. So it's the US supporting us because China is grabbing our territory and maritime zones. Pero binabaliktad nila na nakikialam tayo sa away ng US at saka China. So, binabaliktad nila. Pag today, if China will stop grabbing our territory and maritime zones, when we will say, hindi natin kailangan yung mga EDCA sites, yung mga, we don't have to conduct joint patrol with the US. We don't have to conduct military exercise with the US. If the Chinese will recognize our island territories and maritime zones, we don't have a problem with China. We don't have to go to the US. We don't have to ask the US for support. But because China is grabbing our territory and maritime zones, we have to ask for support from not only the US, but like-minded states, no? So, binabaliktad nila. Pero they are the cause of this dispute because inaagaw nila yung isla natin at saka maritime zones natin. Sila ang nag-umpisa nito. Kaya hindi nga tayo lumaban. Pumunta tayo sa Hague. We went to court. Instead of sending our Marines to retake Scarborough Shoal, pinadala natin yung mga abogado natin sa The Hague. Doon tayo lumaban because we don't want war. We don't want a skirmish.